Today, I'm going to introduce to you a couple more, well, the last couple of pieces of the puzzle, starting with retention, how to actually keep this information in your head, because learning is just step one, and any memory athlete will tell you that reviewing and recalling, having a good system for recall, an efficient system, is just as important as the actual techniques themselves. So in the early days of Chinese, you have to learn pronunciation, you have to learn Chinese characters, you have to learn words. And although we have great techniques for each of these things in order to acquire them and learn them quickly, no matter how good the technique is, you're still going to eventually forget the new information. It'll just take a bit longer, that's all. We think that this is one of the main reasons why people are so frustrated with Chinese, especially people that sign up to university, school, or private classes. They don't have a way of retaining the information that is in anywhere close to efficient or enjoyable. So what ends up happening is you go through this very unfortunate cycle of cramming examinations and then forgetting, cramming examinations, forgetting. It's just this cycle for 3 or 4 years, and you end up coming out of university or whatever it is, wherever it is you are, not speaking the language you've been studying for the last several years, and that hurts. And we've actually witnessed horror stories like this personally many times, having both studied Chinese in university. So here is the most efficient way of keeping new information in your head. And memory athletes like 8-time world memory champion Dominic O'Brien swear by this. And we swear by it as well, and so do our clients. It is spaced repetition. Spaced repetition is based on the spacing effect, which is research that's well over 100 years old now that shows it's much better to review information over longer and longer intervals rather than cramming everything and learning everything together in one go. You'll most often see this in the form of digital flashcards powered by spaced repetition software, or SRS as we call it. This contains an algorithm which records how well you know each flashcard by recording how well you answer. Once enough time passes that you only have a 90% chance of remembering something, the algorithm will show you that card. Every time you recall that piece of information, your memory becomes stronger, making the interval to the next repetition longer. So this means that as long as you review flashcards every day, you will always have a retention rate of around 90 to 95%. It will always be bubbling at that level. And that goes to show why Phil and I, when we were in university, we never had to cram for exams ever, and we always got at least 90%. So you can do the same there too.